Welcome to a special episode of the podcast. This is no longer Three Beans in a Podcast. It is now the podcast where we out Pizza the Hut. That's what we're doing in this episode. We're just going to make pizza during the podcast.
It's going to get real messy.
If it ain't messy, it ain't still messy. Do you want to still call it this part of the Three Beans in a Podcast episode?
I mean, I think I have enough beans inside of me to be...
It's you, me, and the unborn bean child.
I was just going to make
I saw the look on your face. Yeah, I know.
I just couldn't... I couldn't hold that statement. As I processed it in my mind, it just didn't come out.
We'll just call this one the Shirtless episode because we're recording this podcast entirely shirtless.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that was clear.
Yeah. You can probably hear it in our voices.
Yeah, like, you can hear the fact that we're not wearing shirts by the fact that, there's no rustling of fabric as we move and speak.
Look, man, if God wanted you to have a good time, he wouldn't have come to me during my gnarly Percocet trip and told me that to make another episode of this goddamn shit show.
Shit show is correct if the rumors about Percocet usage are true.
What rumors are you talking about?
That Percocet makes you violently shit yourself.
Well, if I have to take a break during the podcast.
Especially when combined with beer and beans.
They always advise you, they tell you, they say, like, don't take alcohol while you're on this medication.
Take alcohol?
Right? Fuck. Your doctor says, like, I was thinking drugs, right? Don't take...
Consume.
Don't...
Consume is a good
Don't ingest. Don't vor. Don't masticate.
I also hate that word.
Well, there you go.
Masticate is probably one of the worst words.
I have a bunch of Rate My Professors, and this one was actually suggested to us by someone who listened to the first episode of the podcast. We're going to be reading some of the worst Rate My Professor ratings that you can find on the internet. So the first one I have here is none of these obviously have the professors or even the schools affiliated, so don't get any ideas.
This is actually the ripest reactions that we're going to have because we are just now leaving, or at least I am, the world of academia, and I will hopefully never have to encounter another professor. So I have probably written one of these, is what I'm saying.
But also, okay, Jess, so tell me if you've written this one. This is in all caps. Worst class ever. He is the devil. He called me the devil. Impossible grader. Loses papers. Drinks too much. Wrong too. Smells and likes to call himself Le Grand Blanc.
First of all, that's a review about me.
Are you Le Grand Blanc?
I am Le Grand Blanc. This is a podcast episode featuring Le Grand Blanc.
What did
but,
you
No. I before you go into this, I just also want to make a statement on the fact that we discussed this earlier. The describing someone as smelly is one of the worst things that you could say to someone. Like, I think that there's really no coming back from once you've called someone smelly. Like, that's...
Yeah, it's not something you can fix, right? I mean, like, if you can call someone ugly, people have already come to terms with that, right? Like, smell is just something that's so chaotic that it's... If you just called someone smelly, they really can't say anything back, right? They can't say, oh, well, I just came back from hiking, or, like, I worked out today, or what are you talking about? My Dial soap has only been neutral scent my entire life. Are you telling me I should switch now? Why didn't anybody tell me this in the past 30 years I've lived on this bitch of an earth?
Because, you can't always control smells, and, there's perfume, there's cologne, but even those are very particular to certain people, and sometimes it's just, what you ate, and you really might have enjoyed that meal, but, it's not good when it's still on your breath 4 hours later. And there's just no... If it's just a general musk, and that's a word that has always sat with me, musk. If your general musk and description is just smelly, it's the worst thing you can say about someone.
So how does Le Grand Blanc smell?
Kind of like old tofu.
Old, extra firm?
First of all, yes. Extra firm, always. But no, like you opened the box and you kept the tofu juice and you put to keep the tofu like fresh, you put it in a bag, and that bag made its way to the back of your fridge, and you forgot that it was there. And when you saw the tofu marinating in the tofu juice in the back of your fridge a couple months later, it had many green splotches on it. That kind of smell.
It's just tofu al dente at that point.
like they say like hot dog water, which by the way is a canon name for
Hot
a
dog
character
water
in Scooby-Doo.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
The new Scooby-Doo, I forgot what it's called, but the
looking
new
this up.
Scooby-Doo has a character.
That's the second thing is hot dog water Scooby-Doo. What the fuck?
Her name is Hot Dog Water.
What? She just looks like stoned Velma.
Yeah, she's like
She's pictured with Velma.
Yeah, they a lot of people think that they're in a relationship.
Her name is Marcy.
Look,
Fuck
there's
you.
there's fan art of them kissing right there.
What? Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, see? No, okay, so yeah, the whole thing is hot, like her name is Hot Dog Water. Like there is a story behind it. Like her dad owned a hot dog stand or something. I haven't seen this episode, but hot dog, yeah, that's the I'm trying to convey that feeling. Like
Why have you not told me about this?
Did you want to do more research into whatever the name of this iteration of Scooby-Doo is?
No.
I think she's only in one episode.
Yeah, here's a picture of Velma telling her to stay.
Yeah.
Right next to the one of them kissing.
Yeah. I don't know
Someone
what they
already did a cosplay of Hot Dog Water.
Yeah, okay.
About Hot Dog Water.
Yeah, so anyway, Hot Dog Water, but like that kind of feeling conveyed with tofu. That's the smell.
I forgot that's what you were talking about.
To bring it around. Maybe we should go on to the next one.
Jesus. Okay, so the next review is something that I feel a lot about, especially with a teacher that I know, and I'm not going to give any names because of my university's affiliation, but this says, teaches well, invites questions, and then insults you for 20 minutes. He is cool. Maybe the smartest man I know.
Do you feel like you are that person a little bit as well?
The fuck are you trying to say?
My point is that you're very good at defending your arguments.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I know you like to revel in the sheer amount of idiocy that some people have. So sometimes it's, I want to hear your hot take. And then tell you why it's wrong.
And then I insult you for 20 minutes?
Maybe not 20 minutes. It's pretty quick. It's like a sentence or two.
Okay.
But like, cuts deep. And you can tell who is stubborn beyond that, because then they're like, no, I'm gonna keep arguing for this point, and you're like, no, like a philosophy teacher in your freshman year, I am in control of this conversation.
Well, Jess, let me tell you something.
A few moments later.
Okay, it's been 20 minutes.
I'm in tears.
We're not together anymore. It's just me and Legrand Blanc now. Jess has left.
That's our special guest.
Yeah.
Legrand Blanc.
Do your best impersonation of Legrand Blanc.
I am the worst with voices, and you know this.
Oh, okay. Well, then perfect. I'm happy to do the same thing that Siegel did, and I'm going to need you to introduce our guest, Christopher Walken.
Now, guys, I'm here on this podcast. I can't...
It started out so well! It started so well!
Like, oh, I can't. Hold on. What, like, I don't know what to... I need, like, a script to say, right?
So, no, I got this, right? Picture this, right? Okay. You're Christopher Walken.
Okay.
You're shirtless, just like we are now.
That's fine.
Right? Okay.
I'm already in character.
Yes. You've just filmed the scene of Pulp Fiction where you tell the kid that you shoved a watch up your ass for 20 years, and that his father shoved the watch up of his ass for 20 years. You're taking a lunch break. You don't know how to cope with yourself. You're no longer hungry at the thought of storing a watch in your ass. So you lay down, face down, in a riverbed, and for lunch you pretend to be an alligator, right? You just sit there for half an hour, right? You getting in character? Yes, I see it. She's... You get up out of...
I don't have water to, like, gurgle in, and
no,
that's why
please,
I can't.
I'm glad you don't. I'm glad we didn't get water this time. You get up out of the muddy river.
Okay.
You walk back over to the set. To make sure that none of your clothes are dirty, you're still naked, right? Right before you dry
I thought I was
off.
just shirtless.
Hmm?
I thought I was just shirtless.
Alligators don't wear clothes, Jess.
Shit, I'm gonna take off my pants.
Yes. This is now the naked episode.
Yeah, I mean,
Your director walks up to you and goes, Christopher, what the fuck were you doing? What's your response?
well, see, I had to lay in the river with the it's method acting. Isn't that what all the kids are about these days? I
But
can't.
Christopher, you're not an alligator in this movie. This is Pulp Fiction.
You don't tell me what character I'm playing. I can't do it.
The first half was really good. You almost had it. I was expecting something like, for lunch, I was an alligator.
I'm like, well, I keep trying to channel Christopher Walken specifically in it's not Sweeney Todd, it's another one of those. It's the Headless Horseman movie, whichever one that one
Pulp
is.
Fiction.
No. But in that movie, he barely speaks, and he has extremely sharp teeth.
How do you know he doesn't have a watch up his ass?
You know, I believe if you slow down the audio, you can hear a faint ticking. It's like the perfect blend of Peter Pan's alligator.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say.
You are gunfish.
Oh my god, that
I
was
can't do
perfect.
Christopher
That was
Walken.
perfect. Full circle. What a fucking coincidence.
What do you think a codfish smells like?
That's what Le Grand Blanc smells like.
Wait, no, hold on. Did you see the live action Peter Pan that
No.
came out in you didn't see it?
Nope.
Am I one of the few people that both
I
saw and
didn't-
owned that? I've not seen.
Did not even know it was a thing.
Oh my god, that's a weird movie.
So we've talked about Hot Dog Water and live action Peter Pan.
No, it was a mistake.
Hot Dog Water sounds like it was a mistake.
No.
Jess.
That was a very clear motivation by the Scooby-Doo franchise.
God bless those writers.
Yeah, we've gone way off track. Would you like to continue?
Okay, yes. We'll continue with the next Rate My Professor. Why don't you read this one, Jess? Can you read it from here?
Yes, I can.
Number 7.
Do not, under any circumstances, ever, take a course taught by this woman. Class is a serious health liability, meaning that it makes me want to kill myself 3 times a week. She is incapable of leading a discussion or giving a coherent lecture. Texts are dull and irrelevant. Do not waste your time. There's nothing to be learned from Linta. Thoughts?
My favorite. I just want nothing about that was unique except for Linta.
Linta, if you're out there, if you're listening to this podcast,
If you're listening, I'm so sorry. Just know that you probably should quit academia.
You've really upset someone. No, it's okay. It's fine. No one quits academia.
No, one bad Rate My Professor and your career is done. Everyone's heard about it. Nobody takes your class.
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
No, not at all.
I was about to be like, well,
This one's
I've
really good,
ruined
too.
quite a few lives.
We got the next one. He reminds me of a disgruntled shopping mall Santa, which
You-
I don't think there is a shopping mall Santa that is not disgruntled.
I've never been anywhere within 50 feet of a shopping mall Santa, so you're gonna have to
Really?
describe that scenario to me.
Okay, so you're Christopher Walken.
You've woken up from a nap and you're suddenly in a Santa costume. In the center of a mall, there's a child on your lap. What do you do?
The child, for some reason, has 5 copies of a Star Wars parody calendar called Cat Wars that has photoshopped cats with lightsabers on it. He has 5 of these calendars, and he's going to give them to all of his aunts.
If the person who that gift is for listens to this podcast and you ruin that surprise for me, I'm going to kill you. I've kept it so well.
It's been like 2
hidden-
months.
It's hidden in a bunker. It's bulletproof.
We're not even joking about this. Someone for Christmas from us is getting a Cat Wars calendar.
I just love that it's copyright free. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's very copyright free.
We got it at Whole Foods.
There's no Baby Yoda. We're going to get
No
copyright
Baby
strikes now.
Yoda.
We're moving on.
No Baby Yoda. I don't want this episode to be dated. None of that.
Ugh. All right. Is there any more that...
Yeah, this one right here, number 12.
I was just read the first line of number 13, so...
Nope, just go for number 12.
Okay, number 12, all right. Oh, all right. Barnhill is a great teacher that often strokes his own ego, and I think he is a butt pirate.
So what do you think a butt pirate is?
I mean, all pirates are after that booty, but every student has just had an encounter in which there's like him and a butt, and they're like, "Yep, this is him. He's just an ass man." But like, they can't say ass man on Rate My Professor, so they have to just be like,
I'm sure
butt
they
pirate.
can. I'm sure they can.
But
Looking
what-
at the next one right now, I'm sure they can say ass.
What if this was just someone who really did like this professor, so they didn't want to out them as an ass man? Not that it's controversial.
Yeah, not
like the
that's-
worst Rate My Professor thing that I could write about someone would be he's a little too much into feet.
That's what I was. Yeah, no, I was just thinking that. I was like, you have to out them for like a not a normal fetish, but just something that's like creepy adjacent.
Okay.
Not anything that's like totally like someone will stop being friends with you if you have that fetish.
What do you do?
Actually, I might stop being friends with somebody if I knew they had a foot fetish.
That's what I'm saying, right? So like,
Yeah.
what if it's a scenario in which like you just happen to like glance over at a friend or an acquaintance? Let's say it's like a coworker, and they're on their phone.
Hey, do you have someone in mind, Joe?
And
You want to tell me who you have in mind?
and
You want
there's
to name
like
them?
there's something that's like like nothing obscene, just like
Mhm.
you happen to see them scroll past a library or a folder that just says what you think says feet on it. You're not quite sure, you didn't get a good look at it, but it might say feet. What goes through your mind in that moment?
I think that they are the alternate universe Yoshikage Kira, and that is the one JoJo's joke I am allowed to make. This episode, it's already been spent.
Oh my god, there's definitely Araki has definitely written a universe in which Yoshikage Kira was not about the hands, was much more about the feet.
What do you think Part 8 Yoshikage Kira is about?
Oh,
It's all about the feet.
I need to get to
You
part
need to
four. I
read. You need
get
to read
part
Part
eight.
8. You need to read Part 8.
I need to get to
Aside
part
from the
six.
feet thing, it's pretty good.
I'm on part 6 for reference. Either way, we're moving on from JoJo's.
Okay, yeah, no more of that.
No,
We've done
you
our.
need-
That's
now
our
you-
allotted.
You need to read number 13.
Okay.
I actually haven't read all the way through. Like I said, first sentence has already. It's the hook.
It's so good. Okay, are you ready? If there was a nuclear holocaust, the only survivors would be cockroaches and his tests. However, if you go to his office hours, you get to bask in his amazingly good looks, which makes the class somewhat worth taking. One time, he joked about how my boyfriend was lying to me. The next day, my boyfriend broke up with me. Sad face. Or should I have said like colon and parentheses? Or colon begin parentheses?
Why would you write that in a Rate My Professor? Like what?
I don't know what kind of... I don't know if it's...
Is he clairvoyant? I don't like. Is he like a good-looking clairvoyant? I don't understand.
Judging by this review right here, I would probably give this professor like a 2 out of 5, right?
No, so you think this is a bad review?
I don't know.
I think this is a good review.
So they said their tests were hard, right? So that's like a big no-no.
What do you think?
They said he's really good looking. And apparently he knows a lot more about you than you know about yourself.
All right, is this an English professor or a psych professor?
Write in the comments down below if you...
Guys, we're waiting for the chat to just keep moving. Come on.
Come on, chat. No, I think that this professor... I'm trying to see if I can, I need to look this one up.
Oh,
I need to find
all
out what
right.
it teaches.
Wow. Okay.
We're going on a little detour.
Okay. Speaking of detour, the next one is I don't wear my seatbelt driving to school because I want to die before I make it to this class, and
That's a very common one.
that's a
as well.
common one that I've seen.
Oh, number 15's good.
Boring. But I learned there are 137 tiles in the ceiling. At least they're positive.
Yeah. Okay, I read this one earlier. I don't know how to feel about this. The teacher was a firecracker in a pond of slithery tadpoles.
Okay, I actually can explain this one. Did you know?
Is this some backwoods country shit?
100%.
What do you guys do for fun out there?
Okay.
Do you
no,
blow
no.
up
So,
tadpoles?
no. Yes, that's literally a thing. That
No
happens.
fucking way.
So have you seen a bullfrog tadpole? Like, have you seen how big they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking massive, right?
Yeah, what
like,
about 'em?
They're huge. When they get to be in that metamorphosis stage, you can cut this out. It doesn't have to be in the podcast. It's super not okay.
This is terrible.
It's super not okay. But yeah, that's actually a thing with kids in the Boondocks. They would take firecrackers, and the firecrackers have, they like, you could buy like a longer wicks.
Yeah.
So you tie the wicks together, and they put the firecracker like in the bullfrog's or the tadpole's like mouth, and they'd light it, and it would pop. Super not okay, but that's exactly what that's talking
Did
about.
you and your cousins ever do this?
No, I've never done it in my entire life.
How do you know about this?
My mom and her friends who grew up in backwater places, did that. So
Jesus Christ.
and knew about that. Like that was what you did for fun, I guess, in the 60s. Yeah.
Fucking boomers.
In the 60s.
Boomers, dude.
Um.
Okay. Next one, because I want to stop talking about that. Jesus Christ, that gave me such a terrible image.
Not okay.
Okay. Although this man is a terrific trombone player, he is a terrible person, and I hate him.
I think we've established that skills, like skill sets, are very separate from quality of human being.
Oh, and teaching ability, for sure.
What is the best wind instrument? On the topic of trombones, right? Is that a wind instrument? Okay. Here's what I know.
It uses air, if that's what you...
I mean, I'm assuming. You blow into it, and it produces sound.
Yep.
So, what is the best wind instrument? Is like, I see trombones in like a lot of memes.
My ass!
I should have seen that one coming.
I had this shit-eating grin, no pun intended, on my face the whole time she was explaining that.
I just wanted to make conversation about instruments.
Oh, okay. If you want to talk about instruments...
You just had to make it about the ass.
If you're talking about a work of art, why don't you read this next one, number 20?
Are you a booty pirate? Or what?
I'm a butt pirate. Read number 20.
It would be better if she didn't talk about how she pees on her husband. I didn't think I'd get that one out.
So that's another fetish.
Yeah. Was it a sex ed class? Like, there's so many questions. And, like, the concept of, like, it would be better. Like,
you know what?
It says that they weren't, like, dissatisfied with the class.
I think I got it. Ready? Knowing how college students work and, like, how reviews go, she probably told some story about her husband got, like, stung by a jellyfish, and then she had to pee on his leg.
I think that's stingrays, but yes.
Maybe she's just really bad at it, because I know you don't have to do either of those.
It's warm water.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's yeah.
Yeah, I know that you don't actually have to pee on anybody for any good reason.
Yeah.
Other than you're just into it.
I mean.
And I assume she told this story about how, like, maybe she missed, or, like, peed on the wrong leg, or brought it up in class in a discussion, and this kid was like, I'm going to write this review once I get a C+, that I hate her and that she has a piss fetish.
I mean, would this deter you from taking the class? If like, all the other ratings were good?
I'd rather... I mean, if all the other ratings are good, like, one rating is, like, whatever, right?
Oh,
but
okay,
if
like,
this was the only rating for this teacher, no. I wouldn't.
I wish that it wouldn't just include the text, that it would also include the rating that they gave the professor. Because I'd like to know, again, it's one of those things that...
Yeah, that other one I had no idea.
This seems kind of neutral, because it would be better if she didn't talk about how she pees on her husband. Like, that just implies, like, that doesn't say anything else about the class. Were the tests hard? Were there tests about peeing on your significant other? Like, I don't... it's stuff like that. There are a lot of classes that I really wish would have told me, like, the professor is going to include questions on the tests, like, what shirt color was I wearing that day? And those kind of professors can catch these hands. 100%.
This is a pretty good one, too. Number 21. He is so unclear and so boring. You look at a lot of toilets, dead things, and teenage girls.
Teenage is one word.
It's 2 words in this scenario.
In this scenario, it's 2. I also initially read unclear as unclean. So
back to the smelly thing. The Grand Blanc, Christopher Walken back at it again.
100% enough to keep me out of a class. But you look at a lot of toilets, dead things, and teenage girls.
What class is this?
What class is this? That's that's what I'm thinking. What class is this?
Plumbing 101.
I think it's biology.
I think it's plumbing.
I think it's like...
Because people stuff things in toilets, and there's always all those, like, porn parodies about the plumber coming to
I
clean
thought you were moving on to your second
clean some
topic about
pipes.
dead things, so I thought you were like, there's always a porn parody about dead things in the toilet, and I was gonna be like,
no.
what?
No.
No.
That's another. What's Rape My Professor and fetishes? Huh. Okay, next one.
Ugh.
Yeah, this one's a pretty good one. Just say this one in your best Christopher Walken impersonation.
Can you give me any other? It's so hard.
Everyone that is on the show will impersonate Christopher Walken at one point or another.
I've already done it though. I've already fulfilled the requirement.
You weren't on the last one. You got to do it this time.
All right.
I can't believe I just convinced you to do that.
He makes me want to jump off something tall and land on something sharp. I can't. I sound like an idiot.
It starts out so well. I think you just need to get like the cadence down. Okay, you read like normal. Read it like normal.
Oh, I was gonna go for it again.
No, don't. Tell him it's not worth it. And we've killed it. The bit's dead.
I also think it's just like there's pauses that I'm not taking. It's like he makes me want to jump off something. I can't. Like it's like you gotta
You
pause.
sound like a fucking suicidal Dracula.
I thought you were gonna say Count Chocula, and I was gonna be like, all right, like, like valid.
Count Chocula, by the way, confirmed eats ass. We've asked Kellogg. They wrote back to me and they told me never to contact me again. And they when I said, "Can you please respond to my question? Does Count Chocula eat ass?" They just said, "Sure, why not?"
Wow, that's canon.
It's canon now.
Canon. You should tweet that.
I'll show you the letter.
That's amazing.
If you want to see it.
It's handwritten.
Yes.
Signed
by Kellogg himself.
Wow, is that a finger? Is that a shit stain?
Where?
On the letter right there.
On the letter?
Is that a shit stain?
No, that's my copy of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness for the Nintendo GameCube.
It looks awfully like a shit stain.
It was released by Genius Sonority in 2004.
Why is all of this on a letter?
They taped it to it.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna continue with this review because we got one sentence in. He makes me want to jump off something tall and land on something sharp. I have a theory that he harvests the tears of his students so that he can drink them and have eternal life. That being said, I have never seen a better looking human pterodactyl hybrid.
Pterodactyl.
I know how to read. The deepest philosophical question he's ever asked was, do I have feelings?
So is he a philosophy teacher?
No.
I agree. Do you think he's that teacher that pees on his husband?
No.
I think he is.
No,
Do you know why?
I think.
Do you know why I'm getting that inkling?
Why?
Because you said pterodactyl.
I think. All I can imagine is.
Do you want to know where I was going with that?
Oh, okay. I thought that was the end of your statement. You were just gonna leave me hanging.
No. You said pterodactyl because the P is silent.
There's no silent P. There's no way to pee silently.
Yeah, boy, do I know that. Pissed many times in my life, not once was it silent.
All I can think of when I've been envisioning this professor is I've already forgotten his name. The guy that Sobel's evolution looks like.
Inteleon.
Yeah, the YouTuber that's an asshole that.
What?
The one that they've been comparing Inteleon to.
ProJared?
ProJared.
ProJared is one of them.
I've been thinking of, like, the whole time that I've been envisioning this.
You think this guy is
this
ProJared?
guy? Like, again, human pterodactyl hybrid.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the statement of that being said, I've never seen a better looking human. There's a dash and it goes down onto the next line. So I thought it was going to be something positive, like, man, this guy's an asshole, but he's hot. No, it continues into an insult. So I'm thinking ProJared.
Fair. Oh, yes. Okay, and then we have the last one. This one's a good one. You can't cheat in her class because no one knows the answers. Bring a pillow to the class so when you lose consciousness, your head won't slam on your desk. And bring a pillow for your pillow because your pillow will fall asleep too. I eventually passed this class because I had to sacrifice a chicken to the voodoo god Chango to pass it.
I respect their research.
Yes.
Voodoo's pretty dope. Don't go killing chickens.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 statements on that.
Chango, sick. Killing chickens, not cool. Having a pillow for your pillow, pretty rad.
Yep.
The killing chickens part I'm gonna have to disagree with, but Chango, shout outs to Chango.
Shout out to Chango. I think, I don't think Chango wants your chicken.
You know what I just... Because I have this written down over here, right? You see my notes over here?
Mhm.
It's right next to the letterhead from Kellogg's.
There's just shit everywhere. I don't know.
Stop, Jeff. It's next to the copy of Pokemon.
That's what I love about, like, there not being a camera. Like, no one can prove or disprove me.
It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so look here at the bottom of this. What does this say? Read it out.
Le Grand Blanc.
Right? That's you?
Yeah.
What's
And
that say?
Chango.
Do you see a similarity here?
No.
Le Grand Blanc is French for Chango.
Oh my god.
We've
This
cracked
is
the code.
why. This is why you know more languages than me, because I don't
Yep.
know French.
Yep, this is why Chango has blessed us.
Wow.
But it comes with a curse. That knowledge comes with a curse, and the curse is not being able to do a proper Christopher Walken impersonation.
I've been cursed with that my whole life. Damn you, Chango.
Damn you, Chango.
Just real quick, before we finish up this bit, I do want to talk real quick about the line that says, "Bring a pillow to the class so when you lose consciousness, your head won't slam on your desk." Can you sleep sitting up?
Can I?
Yes.
No, but my sister can.
Okay.
My sister's done it.
You know a lot about me. Would you say that I can fall asleep sitting up?
100%. No doubt in
Yes?
my mind. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I don't.
You literally did it earlier today.
Yes, but I like slump over, so I feel like I fall.
You
like, I
woke
feel
yourself
like
up after maybe 20 minutes. That's a good nap.
Okay. All right. I'll take it.
Yeah, you'll definitely sleep anywhere.
I always end up hurting my neck, so I feel like I don't do it properly. Like I can't do unless I have a proper like incline or decline or whatever you want to call it on like the back of the chair. I feel like I will slump in a direction that is not correct for my body, and that will give away the fact that I am sleeping.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll move on to the next bit. This is just gonna be a GRE word one.
Oh god damn it.
So Jess is not Siegel or Charlie, and the fact that she's really good at art.
I'm
and
not.
Nobody else is. Don't listen to her. We're gonna make her draw anyways.
I'm drawing
So
in pen
Today's
with nothing.
pen on paper with nothing to draw it on.
No,
I'm gonna
hand
give
me
her-
hand me that.
Yeah, here you can have the notebook.
That's what it's called.
This is actually the envelope that my letter came in from
Oh
Kellogg.
god, there's shit everywhere.
Stop. Okay, you didn't have to print it out. So, your word that you're gonna have to draw. Are you ready here?
God, here we go.
Toggery. Toggery. Why don't you go ahead and write it up here?
Toggery.
Yes, just to, let it breathe life into you as you take as much time as you need. What do you think toggery is?
I'm gonna draw a Pokemon.
It's not a Pokemon.
I know it's
It
not
is a real
Pokemon.
word.
Can I say what I think it actually means versus no? I should just draw it because like what I think it means is not. It's like more of a concept. It's not like a thing that I feel like I can draw.
Okay, well, here's a hint, right? Since I'm making you draw it, it physically cannot be like an adjective, right? It can't be like a quality or something.
I was thinking adjective.
Well, it can't be because you'd have to draw it.
Okay.
If I told you
well,
to
I mean,
draw,
I was gonna draw like an abstract
if I told you to
idea.
draw like blue or something like that, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Yes, I would.
You're using a black pen.
You underestimate me.
Just write the word blue.
Yeah. This guy.
Yeah, I mean, but like fluffy would be something you could do, right?
Mhm.
But
I'd still draw a Pokemon.
I don't think I'd give you a word with like that. You could just draw Wooloo.
Yeah, that's what I would draw.
Okay, well, the word is toggery. So what do you think it is?
Initially, I thought that it was the act of like toggling something, or like something that is like easily toggled. So I was gonna actually draw like a joystick, and then like a thumb moving the joystick and or like whatever.
I can't show a picture of that on the podcast. We'll take it off.
You're correct. Yeah. I hate words with Y's in them. It's difficult.
Okay, then take out the Y.
No, like togger. That just sounds like a slur.
It does sound like a slur.
I'm gonna say that it is like a snazzy pair of boots. I've forgotten how to draw boots.
She's drawn 2 vertical lines.
I'm doing the Superman S. Or whatever the hell that S thing is that was going around in middle school.
Oh, you mean the... Hold
No,
on.
no, no, no.
I'll-
I can do it. I can do
What-
it. I can do it. I'll show you exactly how to do it.
I've never seen anyone do it like this.
Still got it, baby.
She still got it. Okay, well that's not what toggery is.
It's not what toggery is. Anyway, you know what? I feel like in my mind I'm thinking like boots on cobblestone. No, don't take a picture of my ass. Wait, what method do you use to draw it? Don't show me later. Hold on. Let me like grind this boot out real quick. I haven't drawn a boot in a long time. It's not what a boot looks like.
Those Tims.
That's what it is. Toggery is just Tim's.
Toggery is just a GRE word for Tims.
This is not what boots look like.
It's just what white people call Tims. Take as much time as you need.
I intend to. Especially because this looks like ass. This is why I don't like the lead-in of she's good at art, because I am not. I don't even have a reference.
This isn't going on. Do you want my foot?
Yeah.
The drawing part doesn't go in the podcast.
Oh, really? It doesn't? Okay, well, I'm thinking...
That S is.
That is. Okay, that's cool. I feel like all boots have this stupid little tab.
That
no
I
reason.
cannot show that.
Here.
The boot has like a straight up...
There.
I'm not even going to describe it. Yeah, that's fine. That's much better,
It's not a dongle. Or it is a dongle.
That's much better.
Okay.
What cowgirl boot design are you going to draw on it?
You're fucking right, right? That's exactly what it is. We're going to redo that. We're just going to call it a point. I haven't seen a boot in a hot minute. There's like lace here, I think.
Not on real man's boots. They
People
don't need
still lace up
laces.
boots, yeah. I don't...
They just use Velcro like real men.
I feel like this is dumbass and cowgirlish, and I'm gonna get rid of it. It doesn't exist anymore.
Make it cowgirlish.
No, it's disgusting.
Can't believe you just
I don't-
decapitated the boot.
I don't subscribe to cowgirls. Yee. I don't... You know what? Here we go. Got a better idea. There we go. This is something I'm familiar with, as far as boots go.
That's a high heel.
Yep, it's a boot. For some hella ankles.
Yes, Jesus.
Did I tell you that my the heel on my favorite shoe, or on one of my favorite high heels, broke the other day?
Damn.
It made me very sad.
F.
F's in the chat.
God damn it.
There you go. It's a stiletto. I don't know. That looks terrible. I'm really stuck on the shoe thing. I think that toggery has something to do with, like, shoes and cobblestones. I don't know why. What is the meaning of toggery?
Toggery. And I can't believe you got this close to it. You kind of got it. It's clothing. It's just clothing.
It's just clothing. Wait, was this on the first podcast?
No.
Oh. Why have I heard that word before? I mean, it's GRE.
We drove by a billboard in Tallahassee called Nick's Toggery.
That's what it was! Shit! Oh. And it was Nick spelled with a C.
Yep.
I hated it.
And I see apostrophe S Toggery.
Oh, God. I was close. Don't take a picture of these terrible boots.
Taking a picture of the Tims.
No, they are Tims. They really are Tims. They're bad.
Oh,
I don't, guys.
first one.
I don't do art. I promise. I don't.
Don't buy our merch.
Don't pay me money. And that's the only time you'll ever hear that.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to another drawing.
You still have hot dog water pulled out.
Stop! It's the same podcast episode. So this
Oh.
is a new...
Shit. Yeah, this is the next one. Okay.
The next thing we're doing is we're going to draw... Okay, so you guys remember the last drawing from memory we did Pokemon. And it was first generation Pokemon.
Which I would have killed, by the way.
Well, we're not doing that. Maybe we can do it later. Well, we're now going to do drawing from memory Smash Bros. Characters. So still Nintendo. and it's something that we're both pretty familiar with, except we're going to go through the tier list. So I'm going to go through a random number generator.
I was about to be like, am I drawing every single fucking character on that tier list? Because
No.
it's not happening.
No. So we're going to choose from Brawl, mostly because 4 and onwards is just a lot of Fire Emblem characters, and drawing Fire Emblem characters isn't really that fun, and I don't want to get stuck with that. So we're just going to draw Brawl characters.
Yeah, if you had me draw Fire Emblem characters side by side, I don't think you'd be able to tell the difference between them. Or, like, I would just... yeah, that's it. You just wouldn't be able to tell the difference between them.
Fair. Well, we're going to do that. So I'm going to pull up the random number generator. And there are 38 characters in Brawl? Yes.
Wow.
Okay, you ready?
Alright, and I won't look.
And I'll tell you what number it is on the tier list. And we're both going to draw.
Oh, we both have to draw from memory?
You got number 35. Number 35 on the tier list is Link. Adult Link. Draw any version of Link you want. Here is your Toggery pictures back.
No. I need another sheet.
We're just going to flip it over.
Wow. Rude.
Have Link wearing Timbs.
No. Give me another piece. Let me get another sheet.
Jess,
I can't have this S bleed through,
There are starving trees in Africa, and you want to use another sheet of paper?
You have a stack of, like, 85 papers right there.
I do have a lot of papers over here. Where's my pen?
There's a lot of pens.
I was going to do one. What
Do you
happened
wanna
to
do one?
That's the pen I handed you, right?
Yes.
I'm also supposed to do it. That's the fun part.
There's an entire box of pens
But
right
I took
here.
out the pens.
Okay, I just don't want to get that close to the mic because they're going to hear my spit.
That's why I put the pop filter near you.
It doesn't matter. It goes through the filter.
And then I got 26. 26 is Ness.
Shit.
Perfect.
Okay, wait, how long do I have to do this?
I will start a timer.
Shit.
Don't start yet.
Okay. Fuck. Do I have to do the one from Brawl?
Whatever Link you want. It's Link.
Oh, okay. Just
It's
adult
Link, I don't give a
shit. There's a lot of them.
I don't think anybody gives a shit.
Okay, cool.
And if they do, they should stop watching. We don't want you here.
I give a shit, so I'll just.
I don't want you here.
I'll just.
Bring Christopher Walken back.
You know what I will. He can.
Or
draw
Chango.
He can draw. Shut the
Bless
fuck up
Chango.
about. No, Chango has cursed me with a terrible Christopher Walken impression.
We're gonna do 2 minutes. And time starts now.
Fuck. What does this tunic look like?
That's time.
Okay, shit.
This is Jess's Link.
I promise, I definitely drew anime in middle school.
Yeah, for sure.
It shows.
Yeah, jeez. Twilight Princess looking ass.
Which is funny because I completely forgot what his tunic looks like, and I have a Zelda tattoo, and I hate Link's fucking hat. I like hot take, stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Breath of the Wild, more like breath of fresh air. Let that boy's head breathe.
Well, this isn't quite Ness. This is his bastard cousin who had a traumatic brain injury when he was younger, Nestifer. And Ness's friend, Mr. Jupiter. I was starting to draw Mr. Saturn, and I completely forgot what he looked like, besides the fact that he had a giant schnoz and sometimes has a bow in his hair.
I'm getting that tatted on me. Hon, what is his hairline?
He's a boy. He apparently has a fade. I didn't think about it.
It's not a fade, that's a bald.
Nestifer has scars from all the brain surgery, Jess.
There's no hair. There's no sideburns. Like, I know he's a kid, so he doesn't have a beard, but, like, there's no...
Jess, I give you a whole extra 30 seconds while I drew Mr. Jupiter. Do not give me shit about Ness's hairline.
I like that you included Mr. Jupiter's bow. Also, that his nose is detachable.
I didn't. I drew like this ball, and I was like, "Oh God, that's not what his nose looks like."
God, could you imagine it if I actually got Kirby? I would have drawn Kirby, but with like extremely shapely legs with fishnets on them.
The Bayonetta legs.
Yeah, like I would have done that if I had gotten Kirby. But I got, like, yeah. Disclaimer: I have a Zelda tattoo. Like, I'm biased. So we're gonna move on.
Okay, what's next on the list?
Oh, are we continuing to draw characters, or
no?
Because I really hope I get to draw some shapely Kirby legs.
You guys can write down in the comments who had the better drawing, me with Nestifer or Jess with just a head and a neck.
Yeah, no, Nestifer,
you know.
like, you really went out of your comfort zone. Like, you gave us the full picture.
I gave him a profile. Okay?
Yeah, a profile shot, which is a very hard. Like, I can't do a profile shot right now, at least.
Yeah, Ness has 1.5 eyes.
Yeah, no.
In this photo.
It's also something directly from my nightmares. Like, when I have sleep paralysis and there's a figure approaching me with no eyes, ready to kill me with a baseball bat, it's that.
It's gonna make the fucking Rest sound too. Okay, so you know that Rest and Ness's bat make the same exact sound in Melee, right?
Yes.
So would you consider it the Ness bat sound or the Puff Rest sound? Because they've both been in since 64 and they've always made the same sounds.
I've always considered it like the "you're fucked" sound. I've literally, as someone who's never played competitive, but someone who's, because one of my friends played Ness a lot, so I actually didn't go against a lot of Jigglypuffs, and certainly none of them that got like Rests off a lot until I actually encountered more competitive Melee players. So I just always associated that sound with like, you're fucked, you're dead, you don't know what DI is in the game, and you're off screen, so like, good luck getting back, fam.
I definitely associate it
You're
with...
playing Roy, so you're fucking dead.
I definitely associate it with the Ness bat sound, mostly because, I mean, I have the same reaction, right? I hear that sound and I go, great, I'm really pissed that hit. That shouldn't have hit me, right?
It's always just like
with,
shit.
Because with Ness, you know, that bat is super disjointed. And with Rest, I just get really tilted.
Maybe also the sandbag noise.
Oh, like home run contest?
Yeah, the home run contest.
Yeah,
like
because it's not the sandbag that makes the noise, it's the bat.
Yeah, you're right. But that's what I mean. Like, I've always associated it probably first and foremost with like the instinctual "you're fucked" moment, and then followed by that, like, I would envision hitting doing the home run contest.
Well, please, everybody in the comments, write down who you think had the better drawing, and the winner gets an exclusive DVD copy of Shrek 5 and a copy of my letter from Kellogg.
Well, I thought you were going to say gets an exclusive DVD copy of the just a conversation with Christopher Walken. You don't say anything. It's just him talking at the camera for 35 and a half minutes.
That's pretty much what we've been doing here.
That's how I method act. Obviously, it's working.
Okay,
so.
And then now I wanted to start this new section. It is a section where I read a post out to Jess, and she has to decide whether or not it is a "Am I the Asshole" post or if it is a relationships post. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, they are posts on subreddit. They're both subreddits that their posts pretty much read the same things. Relationships is just exclusively relationships, whereas "Am I the Asshole" also contains a lot of, you know, marital things, but
as a secondary,
they're pretty much the same thing.
As a secondary contender, also Today I Fucked Up. Although Today I Fucked Up
is pretty close.
They read a little bit differently. All of them read a little bit differently. Today I Fucked Up more so than the rest, but interchangeable to the fact that unless there weren't the keywords of "Am I the Asshole" or like a couple of keywords for the relationship ones, you wouldn't really be able to tell the difference between them.
So this post that I'm about to read has gone through extreme vetting, and unless I fuck up the format of this, Jess isn't going to know, and she's gonna have to make a complete guess as to whether or not it is an r/relationships post or r/am I the asshole.
I'm just excited to hear the story.
Okay. So, my wife has had some odd desire to want to cut her hair short. I don't know why. She has pretty long hair. She expressed this to me a few times, and I just told her that I don't believe she needs to make that change. I like her hair the way it is, and I think it suits her well. Well, she didn't really care. She wanted to get it cut short, and she did. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. It's too short for me. She asked me what I thought about it, and I told her the honest truth, that I don't like it. 1, to stop her from considering it again, and 2, to show that I did not like how I felt that she didn't value my opinion about it. She's upset, and I'm just hating it and said that I'm just hating it for no reason, and I'm making her feel bad. She cried because apparently I was making her feel awful. All I did was say how I felt. I hate it, and I don't like it one bit. What was I supposed to say? I like it? I couldn't even fake it if I wanted to. That's the end of the post. So is it a relationships or is it an "Am I the Asshole"?
It's
post?
Am I the Asshole?
It is "Am I the Asshole"?
Yeah, it's Am I the Asshole.
What tipped you off that it wasn't a relationships post?
I think because it was this. Well, honestly, until it ended, I felt like it could have gone both ways, and then at its conclusion, it was just like, well, she's upset, and she just thinks that I'm brushing it off, and now I'm upset because she's upset, and it just almost like I could hear the, am I the asshole, following that.
Pretty much.
So I was like, okay, that's what makes sense. First of all, the answer is yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
As it usually is with a lot of these posts, the answer is yes, you are the asshole. But I think that the situation is a little bit sticky, in the sense that, like, obviously this was something that, I don't know, I'm not gonna go into like advice on this, but yeah, no, I thought that was gonna be a lot harder until, like I said, the last couple of lines, and then I was like,
Yeah, I think it was the point where it's not him, like, because Am I the Asshole post, usually when it's a male posting it, it's some sort of, like,
what do I do?
No, it's some resolution as to why, like, I don't think I'm in the wrong. Whereas for relationships posts, it's usually some sort of advice or it's just a story.
I've read some relationship posts that are very funny.
They read really similar, which is why we're doing this segment.
Yes,
but,
yeah.
like, that's what would have tipped me off had I not known.
All of the ones coming from females, or rather women, I hate saying that, all the ones coming from women, who are asking usually very funny shit that's like, my boyfriend's attracted to clocks, or
I love that one.
That one's really good. Or like, I think that my boyfriend truly believes that he is a vampire. Like, what do I do? Like, stuff like that is all of that very, like, they ask for advice, or they're like, is it okay to end a relationship over a situation like this? And those always make me laugh, of course, but it's when it comes from the women, or when it comes from women, usually they're like, oh, my partner, my boyfriend, whatever, they ask for, like, is this okay? Is this a good, like, way to continue and or end a relationship? They ask for advice, right? With Am I the Asshole ones, it's always a very clear cut, like, am I the asshole? I want you to validate me. And it's like, no, you're not validated, you're the asshole.
Yeah. So for this last bit that we're doing, we are going to look up Pokemon that are in the new Pokemon game, and we're going to play everybody's favorite game of, does this Pokemon say trans rights? Or does this Pokemon, if upon seeing you in a Denny's parking lot, call you a slur? So we're just going to see if certain Pokemon are allies or if they're just bigots. So we're going to look up the Galar Pokedex.
Ally or bigot, okay.
No, it's what Pokemon, if upon seeing you in a Denny's parking lot, would call you a slur. That's the full title of it, and I'm not abbreviating.
Okay, got it.
There are 400 Pokemon.
Oh, so, we're doing it right. We're not going in order?
No.
Okay.
There's 400 of them.
I suppose you're right.
So we are going to...
I was ready to call out my allies here, okay?
Okay, so we're going to we're going to do... Holy shit.
What?
I'm looking at Google, and I just typed in RNG like I did last time. Look at this result. Read this out loud.
What does RNG mean in Fortnite?
What does RNG mean in Fortnite?
Please, ma'am, what does RNG mean?
Please, ma'am, I need the rocket launcher.
Jeez.
181.
Alright.
Please, ma'am, meet me at Tilted Towers and show me your feet. Sorry, I'm cutting that out.
I swear, every time you use that voice, it declines into madness. I don't think it's been optimized to the point where you can just do that. You might just have to look at
That's so annoying. Okay.
Oh,
great.
Yeah, time to scroll. Or use find.
There's a big bug.
There's the bug. Okay, there's a bug. We never have, like, bugs in this apartment. I hit him. I felt him. Wait,
okay.
He's there.
Whatever. Let's get back to this.
Haunted.
Okay, so 181 is Barraskewda.
I'm gonna say that Pokemon would call me a slur in a Denny's parking lot.
This Pokemon is mad good.
I've never heard of it in my life, and like,
it's a new one,
obviously. But regardless of its OU and competitive usage, it would call me a slur in a Denny's parking lot.
I think it would too. It definitely looks like it's missing a lot of teeth, and I think that's what is giving me the appearance.
I think
it probably tells me that it has really good genetics. It wishes that I had its genetics.
See, I would say that it resembles a weapon, and like a gun and or like tank or bomb or something, and like.
Or get this, a fish.
All I'm saying is that a barracuda mixed with a torpedo is gonna call me a slur in a parking lot of Denny's.
Yeah, you know what, you're right. You're right. I
Like-
definitely agree. Okay, next one. 368. Of course, I have to scroll all the way down.
Mhm.
It's one of my later ones. 368 is Galarian Darmanitan.
I want to hear your take on this one before I give mine.
Okay, Galarian Darmanitan. I hate this Pokemon in competitive, so I can't really.
You really need to get out of a competitive mindset.
I hate it.
This is allies or slur to Denny's parking lot.
I feel like upon just seeing Galarian Darmanitan, he seems like a nice old man who like is accepting of that kind of stuff, but just may not even like say anything, right? Like may have smoked weed a couple times, may be trying to get a weed card for his glaucoma, but he would definitely slap the shit out of me in a Denny's parking lot.
Really?
Yes.
I was gonna say bejeweled blouse, bejeweled hairpiece. I was gonna say that.
He looks like a wise old weed smoker.
Yeah,
But also someone that would still slap me in the face.
See, I was gonna say I get like obviously Yeti and therefore hippie vibes from this Pokemon, and I think that this Pokemon would quietly say trans rights.
I definitely think that
They were introduced to the concept later in life, and only just recently began saying quietly trans rights. That's the vibe I get.
Okay. I think I'm just too scarred by.
Yeah, I think you're just really letting this competitive nature
It's rough, man.
bleed into.
Okay, the next one is 73. 73 is Vanillish.
That Pokemon would call me a slur in a Denny's parking lot.
You think?
That Pokemon is actually exclusively found in Denny's parking lots. That's its environment.
When
in
they
the
tell
Pokemon
you when they tell you
universe.
that the ice cream machine is broke at McDonald's, this is it.
Yeah, like this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what you're not getting.
Yeah. No. Well, this is what's thrown at you.
Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll end it.
Not a lot of allies here.
Yeah, I think it's just because I'm so mad.
Yeah.
231. 231 is Gastrodon.
Oh,
Ally.
trans rights.
Ally,
Absolutely.
all the way.
Even like repping the colors or like partially.
Yeah, for sure. Love it.
Love it. Yep.
Beautiful. Both of them.
Yep.
Icons.
Truly, they say trans rights.
Definitely. Even though their shinies suck.
That's all right. It's because they're already pretty and shiny as they are.
So how do you want to sign off?
I was gonna make another statement about how if you say trans rights, you're constantly surrounded in glitter.
That's how you want to end it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you have like a way that you want to sign off? I don't want to.
Yeah. Oh no, my letter from. Do you see my letter from Kellogg's?
Yeah.
It's covered in shit.
Everything's covered in shit.
Can you see anything on it?
It's really.
It's no. Just he wrote it in disappearing ink. My letter from Kellogg's. I can't post
Shit,
it.
the cannon.
I can't.
What are
the
we gonna
cannon's
do?
gone. I can't even remember what was canon. Oh yeah. Count Chocula eats ass.
That's what it
That's
was.
no longer canon.
Shit.
I can't believe that in the span of an hour that I received this letter and started the podcast.
By carrier pigeon too. That's really fancy.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that Kellogg's exclusively dealt in carrier pigeon.
Well, I mean, Kellogg's, you know the whole history of corn puffs, right? Like why corn puffs were invented?
I have no clue.
It's actually a religious thing to stop masturbation. If you eat corn puffs, you don't masturbate. That was the was the
So
selling
it's not
point.
whiskey dick, it's corn puff dick?
It's corn puff dick.
Holy shit.
And Count Chocula was only allowed to eat ass for a certain number of hours while the carrier pigeon was flying from
I'm gonna say Milwaukee. I'm gonna guess Milwaukee. Don't tell me it's Idaho.
that pigeon flew all the way from Battle Creek. What the fuck? From Battle Creek, Missouri?
Damn it. I really wanted it to be Milwaukee.
Why? No, Michigan. I'm an idiot.
It's Michigan. Battle Creek sounds like...
That pigeon flew all the way from Battle Creek, Michigan to hand me a letter that said, sure, why not? Count Chocula can eat ass. And deliver a copy of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Yeah, Battle Creek sounds like an area in the Pokemon games.
I think it is.
I think it is.
Like,
I
it
think
has
that
to be,
actually
right?
is just like a... Can we go? Like, if I
What
get plane
Pokemon do you
tickets...
think are there?
I don't know, but they better all say trans rights.
What if they don't?
Then I will get Machamp that definitely says trans rights
Thank
to
you. Yeah.
beat the shit
Machamp and Ledian are just going
out
in.
of all of them.
Yep, they're gonna... Those are the ones we farm for XP. Fucking degenerates.
Look, you send me a DM on Twitter of any Pokemon, and I will tell you whether or not they say trans rights.
That offer is also open to me. Send me any Pokemon, and we will tell you.
It will be a lengthy discussion. If you want us to justify it, we can. Also, no.
Put it in the comments. I'll look at them, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, so this has been a special episode of Three Beans and a Podcast featuring myself, Jess, and Christopher Walken, and Chango, I guess, and the
Always
Legrand
nice.
Blanc. There's a lot of us here today, I guess.
So many beans.
God bless. I can't believe that my letter from Kellogg disappeared.
All
this
the way
is-
from Michigan.
Yeah, this is Octavian signing off by saying that even though my penis may not be 12 inches long, it sure does smell like a foot.
Did you want a response to that? Because I'm just gonna leave.